Hey, Internet. You know what? I am tired of unprecedented times. Every week, there seems to be some historic moment that we're going to have to tell future generations about. And I don't even know how to explain some of this stuff when we're living through it, let alone how to filter it through history. I mean, luckily, if Trump wins, they won't teach history anymore. I had the idea one time to list all of the things because it just, as things come through the news cycle, it all just seems so crazy that I was going to just try to write down everything crazy that happened day in and day out. And it just got away from me so fast. The Trump era was so out of control, what I like to call the dark times. It kind of started when they killed that gorilla, right? I don't know. From murder hornets to impeachments to sexy M&Ms to COVID. Trump saying to drink bleach or shine bright lights up your ass. It was just no good time to jump in on this shit show. I felt like a crazy person trying to be logical about the things that were happening. I did start organizing my ideas and jotting down notes a couple years ago, and I've gotten whole scripts written, but I've resisted doing any videos from those scripts because, one, they're not evergreen. Politics is rarely evergreen content. And number two, I was trying not to make this a political channel. I'm going to continue to try not to make this a political channel. But misinformation is out of control on mainstream media and on the internet. And I'm losing people constantly to the dark side. I've got smart friends that are falling for the grift that the left is to blame for the dire situation that we're in, and it's just mostly not true. So I'm not going to stay silent. I've got a platform, and therefore I've got an obligation. So I'm going to shout in the canyon best I can for what it's worth. First point I'm going to make is, all of the obvious, the GOP is evil and the orange man's bad and blah, 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 and all that stuff. But the thing I'm most upset about is that they made me pay attention to politics. They made me have to pay attention to politics. And I hate politics. I've never paid attention to politics. I've always known it was bad. I've always known between gerrymandering and the left and the right hand are controlled by the same monster and all of that bullshit. Michael Che on Saturday Night Live one time made a joke about since Trump has been in office, having to hear about it all the time. He said, it used to be somebody would say, hey, did you hear what the president said? No. What am I, a nerd? No, I don't care what the president said, but now we have to pay attention to what these freaking evil bozos are doing because they're trying to slip things under the carpet that are going to affect our lives and affect our children's lives, and it's just not good. When Biden won this last election, I took a sigh of relief. When the new administration started, I thought I could ease up a little bit. I didn't have to pay attention. I don't have to pay attention to what the president says, because the adults are in charge again. We're going to get stuff straightened out. He was never my hero. I didn't care. It's just a stepping stone. It's all a process. Whereas with Trump, he's the be-all, end-all of everything they have planned. And that's not good. That is a dictatorship. I mean, he literally just came out the other day and said that if we win this time, come out and vote, because if we win, you'll never have to vote again. What does that tell you? Anyway, when this new administration took over, I thought I could ease up a little bit and not have to pay attention as much. But he never stopped talking. Between claiming that the election was stolen to everything that the Biden crime family did, and then all these little Hitlers running around, from Marjorie Trader Green talking about her space lasers, and Matt Gaetz and his whatever he does, and the George Santos people, and the Kevin McCarthy people, and the Lauren Bimboberts. Oh, you couldn't get a break from it. I mean, you really want, I keep wanting to say 4 more years of that, but I mean, do you want the rest of American civilization to be that? You can look at all of that stuff and see yourself in that. That's why I don't understand why. It just shows you how the Christian nationalists are just all about power, because what can you see in any of those people, especially Trump, that aligns with your values as a Christian? Anything? Can you tell me anything? So now you've got my attention again. You've still got my attention. From 8 years ago, you've got my attention. I mean, I want to make fun videos about music and pop culture and movies and things like that, but you've poked a bear for 8 years now, and like I said, I've got a platform now, and I feel like it's my right and my responsibility to do what I can to combat this evil that's out there in the world. And I'm pretty smart. And when I know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty smart. And I've got 200 million people in this country on my side. So if you're not interested in hearing about politics, if you come here for the music and the flashback videos and the movie videos and the music videos and the pop culture videos, then just skip the ones that look overtly political. If you're on the other side, then watch them if you want. You can argue down below. I'm not about censorship. I'm not going to stop you from putting your opinions in the comments. But I'm not going to tolerate trolls. If you're MAGA crazy, and I just don't have the patience for you, and I don't want you here anyway. I'm pretty intolerant about intolerance. Hopefully after the election, cooler heads will prevail, and country will come together and come to its senses. It's not likely. One of two things is going to happen. Either the left wins, the Democrats win, and we can get 45 in jail, get MAGA shamed into oblivion, or at least back into the shadows, back into silence. Or the other thing is, if they win, all his crimes will go away. He's gonna pardon all of the January 6th people. All his lawsuits are gonna go away, and Project 2025 will kick in, and he will single-handedly control the government with his little Hitlers running around, and dystopia will manifest. And they'll probably come for my head because of these kind of videos. The Supreme Court is already starting to make the dominoes fall in line for 45 and Project 2025 by throwing out the immunities case and overturning Roe versus Wade and all of the other things that they're doing that is just fucked up right now. I just can't even believe I'm seeing it every week. It's something new that's just inching us, pushing the Overton window closer and closer and closer to that. We're frogs boiling in the water, and they're just turning up the heat slowly. So it won't just be a big manifestation of Nazis and Third Reich authoritarianism and fascism. It'll slowly go that way over time, and we just won't even notice it. So I guess I just wanted to get a starting point on the political stuff right now. We're 100 days. Well, we just passed the threshold of 100 days before the election. And so I'm going to try to post videos occasionally on various subjects like Project 2025 and any of the little things that happen between here and now. Hopefully it won't need to be often, but till the election, honestly, it'll probably be a lot, because a lot needs to be said. I've got a lot of followers. I've got a lot of creators that I follow on YouTube that are fighting the good fight, so I won't have to do as many videos as I originally had planned on, but hopefully it'll make me feel better about doing. I just feel like I'm polishing brass on the Titanic, making these pop culture videos when all of this crazy dystopian stuff is going on around me. So these just make me feel better, feel like I'm on the right side of history. Anyway, I'll leave it right there. Vote blue, no matter who.